Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. It's Saturday, December 2nd. Cool foggy morning out here, and we have had one wild week here. So if you're new to the channel, or if you missed our last one, we had our litter of piglets that has been long awaited. That was on Monday this week. And ever since that point, we've been scrambling really just to make sure that those animals are going to be safe. The temperatures did drop this week at night into the low 20s. Which is less than ideal for piglets. And then 2 days later on Wednesday, we had our second litter of pigs. So within 2 days, 2 litters, ended up being 11 total. And we're gonna go show you an update on them right now. Let's check in on our pigs. So if you guys have not seen our last video, I'll put a link up above for you. But our first litter, it was Monday. Our good sow Betsy here, we've been waiting on her for quite some time. You know, I know I put a bunch of updates out waiting on our piglets here, but she ended up farrowing 8 piglets. It was less than ideal where she had the litter, out in the middle of the woods here in our pasture. The big challenge there was making sure that those piglets were gonna be warm. So I threw a blanket in. It was amazing the nest that she did make, but I'm not going to backtrack on that. Go back, check that video out. Anyway, fast forward 2 days later, our black Idaho pasture pig ended up farrowing her first litter of piglets as well. And I guess she's going to stick around a while now that she has piglets. So we're going to need a name for her. If anybody has any ideas, definitely drop a comment below. We're always happy to hear from you guys there. And anyway, she ended up farrowing 5. Her location was definitely better than what Betsy did. She was actually in the shelter as intended, and the unfortunate thing, she actually rolled up on 2 of the 5, which is not uncommon for a first-time sow there. So unfortunately, we did lose 2. Which whenever you lose animals, obviously that's disheartening for sure, but it does happen. So we really can't, you can't expect perfection. Things do happen, and it is kind of the nature of raising piglets out here. So anyway, we are left with 11 piglets, which is definitely more than enough, considering we already have the 7 existing pigs. Now, we are planning on butchering here within the next couple weeks. Some of these that have grown out, so we will go back down. But the big thing is making sure all of these piglets are going to survive the cold weather, and our most recent challenge is the rain. So yesterday I was out here. I'll be honest, I tried to get you guys an update out here when I was here in the rain. Just for the camera's sake, it just wasn't worth it. Honestly, you could barely see the video anyway. So what I have behind me, and it is busted up already. We made a makeshift shelter the other night. The timing of this with working, I only had about a half hour of daylight left when I got home each day this week. So we slapped something together really quick Thursday night, a piece of plywood, a couple 2x4s. And as you can see, Betsy already kind of knocked it down. So we got to check. We're going to make sure that these piglets are okay. And then we're going to have to make a couple repairs here. So you can see in here, all the piglets are good. They're all cuddled up on this blanket. The big thing is I can't let this thing fall on them. It is nice and dry in there, and that was the intention. Again, really quick makeshift design. Nothing fancy by any means. We obviously could do much better, but when you only have a couple minutes, you got to slap something together just to keep these animals alive here. So anyway, I straightened the legs out here, the 2x4s. I didn't bring my screw gun over. I'm gonna have to circle back around and strengthen this up a little with a couple extra screws. Quite honestly, I wasn't expecting anything like this morning, but the big thing is piglets are okay in here. They're cuddled up now because she's up eating. She'll be back here shortly, but it is nice and dry in there. Again, it doesn't have to be fancy. Whatever gets the job done, taking scrap materials. We have 2 shelters in here. It just so happens she decided to have them out here in the woods. So anyway, let's go take a look at our second litter with our black Idaho. These piglets are doing well. Crazy to think it's Saturday, so I mean they're nearing a week old already, and they've already grown a pretty significant amount for only a couple days. Now this second litter, our black Idaho, she is actually a little bit even more aggressive than what Betsy was, which is interesting. You know, first time sow, again, it's just that instinct. So I'm gonna have to sneak up on her. She is still in there, and I don't want to spook them because that's how, you know, obviously someone gets stepped on, and we already are down to 3, so we don't want to go down anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna move forward now. I'm gonna sneak up on them and we'll get a look closely. The magic of an extendable tripod. That's the closest I could get, guys. I did not want to spook her. Obviously the last thing I want is her to, you know, quickly spring up, step on one of the piglets and then go down another. So we're gonna let her be. Piglets are happily nursing there. And overall, you know, 11 healthy pigs. A lot of options here going forward for us. And I've definitely been thinking that through. Rule number 1, and I've said this before in multiple videos, you gotta keep your animals alive first. It isn't the ideal time to have piglets here in late November. Well, now it's early December. Obviously we had rain all day yesterday. So that was a big hurdle that we crossed. The cold earlier this week, we got through that. And it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow as well. So another ½ inch of rain coming tomorrow. It is a little warmer, but honestly, the rain is more of a concern than the cold weather for us. When you get that, you know, 40, 50 degree rain, that's gonna act a lot colder than what it actually is. And those pigs are gonna have a hard time drying out if they do get wet. We're gonna keep an eye on this makeshift shelter right here. Got to make sure that those legs are supported. So I'll swing back over real quick when I'm done feeding. And as long as it stands, these animals are going to stay dry in there. Certainly didn't expect to do that today. So that's pretty much it for the piglet update, guys. And like I said, it's been a wild week here, mainly because I'm working. You have limited daylight coming home, and then, you know, you walk over here to do your normal feeding and you have your piglets, which I can't say, I mean, we were certainly expecting them. It's just anytime it happens, it becomes a reality there. So a lot of options to discuss going forward. We'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop. And some of my initial thoughts, maybe we'll sell some of the piglets off when they wean off the sows there. I also thought about potentially selling halves or whole hogs, but definitely more to come on that. We'll kind of evaluate our options, evaluate our cost structure, really how many pigs we want to have here. Right now we are up to 18. It's crazy to even say that. You know, we're nuts to have this many pigs right now, considering we just started with pigs this past spring. So our pig operation, I guess you'd say, is growing pretty quickly here. We are going to put meat in the freezer here very shortly, the weekend after Christmas. Actually, it's the weekend of New Year's. We're going to be butchering our first 2. And then we have a couple more after that, heading into the new year. So exciting times. The pigs are growing. The pigs are being pigs. They are happy slopping around, rain or shine. It doesn't really bother them. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. Just wanted to share our piglet update, break the news. You know, 2 litters in a couple days. Definitely exciting times here. We'll give you plenty of piglet growth updates along the way, and we're really looking forward to raising these animals, at least for a while. So more to come on that, guys. But if you like what we're doing, you can support our channel by subscribing. Also give us a good old thumbs up. That will help us as well. comment, question below. We're always happy to hear from you guys, always happy to help you start on your own journey. So if you got anything for us, definitely shoot it our way. As I mentioned in the beginning, we need a name for that black Idaho pasture pig that we have, our newest sow. Full disclosure, the plans originally were not to keep her, but now that she is a mother, we're gonna keep her around for a while. So drop a name in there for us, and we'll definitely be interested to see what you got there. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Saturday morning here, it's supposed to clear up a little bit today. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.